These are lots of kids. You got like electricity running down through stuff. Oh, crap.
Okay. What are you trying to get to?
I'm gonna go look at that.
Who's doing the planes?
What do you think? Just kind of some junky World War II thing.
Random thing there?
Yeah.
That's a cool plane.
I actually saw like a jumped up World War II plane just sitting there with Jennifer. I saw this photo. I was just like,
Sarah, you're gonna lose video for a second.
Sorry.
How many do we need?
4.
4? So don't we have triplets?
3.
We have a medic.
Oh, the
Or a
medic.
medic. I thought a medic was separate and it's not a trip, one of the
But
triplets.
it's 4 merchants.
But there's 3 of triplets, correct?
Yeah.
And then the 4th one is the medic guy, right?
I do want to be a little cautious for people who are interested in character design. We don't have the number right now to achieve the medic as a separate from the triplets.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm worried we won't have time to get to all of those character designs, get them all rigged, get them all animated and all that
that's
jazz.
good. So what do you think then?
Maybe
The
make
3?
him,
The triplets, or do you think it's gotta be pared down from that?
I think the triplets would be fine from a
yeah.
game perspective.
Okay, so we just stay there and we don't worry about this medic idea.
Or the medic is a quadruplet. If the character is the same, then we can just,
Could we just
follow.
plug that into the triplets?
So we can have the same rigs for all these things, but we just separate pieces of the assets from each other.
Right,
Is there
but
any
they're
difference?
still designing the characters. And right now, we don't have the numbers.
We have designs already, though.
What?
We already have designs. I don't understand the issue with that.
The 3D modeling.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have enough 3D modelers who are in the character at the moment, where I'm concerned we're not going to have enough
You're
for,
concerned with manpower on that, on actually
Yes, you're
building the
saying.
character models, correct?
yes.
Okay, that's legitimate. So what do you think? We just stick with the triplet thing then, right?
We can, yeah, either we stick to the triplet thing, we make it a quads, and have the medic be another triplet, or another, the quad, or we find more people who are going to be doing 3D character.
I don't want to worry about that right now.
So if we get rid of the medic, we have to figure out a way to.
But can't one of the triplets be a medic?
Yeah,
We
we
just
could.
have the three? We still have the three, but one of them's a
We
medic?
can just make it the potions one. If just looking at the one here, like this one could also be the medic because they're also selling potions or stuff like that.
Yeah, because the idea behind the triplets is like we have a whole bunch of them, but they all have, they're all the same design. They just
Right.
have different clothing and stuff like that. So we could still have an additional medic if we want to.
Oh, I see.
All I'm suggesting is that it's another one of these guys
Got it.
rather than its
So they
own.
don't have to model something separate.
Put it up to.
Sorry, I'm like.
It's kind of a crazy way.
Or maybe the medic could be the same body, but different, like male hair, and maybe just small little tweaks to him to make him a male twin.
Yeah, we just have, because we still
Yeah.
have little NPCs walking around stuff. We could just have the same body asset for everybody, except for like Eugene and the enemy and stuff like that, and then just change little things on them, and then that way we don't have to worry about the rigging. They're one finger rig, and we just change a couple things on it.
Okay, I want to walk out of here today knowing exactly what's what, character-wise. And now we got a lot of character stuff, which is good. But we got to really pare this down and go, okay, there it is, you know, and go.
Do you guys need help?
These are more Botany's here, right?
Yes.
That.
Those are the only buttons.
Okay. And then these are the only Eugenes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then everything else is the roads or merchants, right?
Rogues, merchants, fighters.
Each character artist are doing two characters at the same time. So basically, there's one character is overlapping with two artists.
How many rogues do we need?
We just need one. We have a girl rogue, female rogue with a bangs. I think that's what we decided last week. And another male counterpart, but that's just if we have enough time for an extra. Without that male counterpart of the rogue, we have a total of 8 characters, I believe.
All right, so we have Rodney. How many rogues you say?
Right now, how many rogues, Ryan?
One
One rogue, female rogue.
rogue. We have one fighter warrior. We have the triplets for the merchant.
Which is
We have a medic design right now, but we're still on. We be part of the merchant.
That's gonna be part of the
Okay, so then medic merchant.
So that's either 3 or 4.
And then we have the arch wizard. And then we also have the NPCs.
What?
The couple of NPCs.
You just have like that.
noise, people just reading them.
Yeah, just like,
I'm not gonna look at that.
The villain. Is the villain on there?
That's arch wizard.
Oh, Archwizard.
Okay, so which one of these are we saying is an arch wizard? Out of all these, I wanna know which ones are which.
I
In the
know-
middle.
Yeah, those ones in the middle, I know for
Do we have
sure.
okay,
But I saw somebody else.
mark
I got
mark
some
everything,
markers.
mark it wizard. Or
These are
W.
all copies, so we can mark it if you want.
yeah, I
Okay,
got
so-
colored markers, Mike.
Huh?
I got colored markers, you can just mark. who's
Yeah,
what.
just give me that, because I wanna,
Fighters,
these are fighters.
Oh, no, that's the arch wizard.
This is,
So there's the idea of having the arch wizard mount on the fighter.
Master Blaster like Thunder Dog.
okay, I get it. So this is wizard, okay?
Fighters,
These are wizards, these are fighters?
wizards, fighters.
But this guy would be carrying somebody, correct?
Correct. We'll be carrying the small guy.
Yeah, supposedly that design, the one on that top, will be possibly like a smaller version.
The one of these guys would be right on this.
Markers is in like markers, okay.
Yes, sir.
Any of these characters.
Arch Wizard. Arch Wizard, Arch Wizard.
There's one too.
Just the one?
That's all shade, right? That's all shade.
That's like a run.
Do we still, are we still doing this, the techno wizard, the kid wizard, as one of the enemies? Because we have
Yeah, it's gonna
the
be separate, because the
Okay.
arch wizard is gonna be like the big baddie.
okay, that's the boss, okay. Yeah. So this wizard is the boss, because we also have a kid techno wizard.
But these two are always with each other, right?
Yeah.
They're always right around together.
Yeah, so the design for these are possibly these, those the fighter design. Or,
I mean, the thing I like about these is that you got this real rounded, kind of bulky thing, and then you get these real angular, thin, you know, it's a nice juxtaposition and shape. What do you guys think of this? Yeah?
A wizard could be a little bit smaller, so you can play with the contrast for big guys.
Yeah.
Is that scaled? Is that wizard on top?
No.
scaled?
No, this one's gonna, these are gonna get smaller, right?
I'm really drawn to the two end ones.
Which ones?
Particularly this one, just because of those.
yeah, it's like a plunger horn.
I like the one. What do you guys think?
That's his nemesis from the plunger launcher.
I mean, you could take the plunger, put two of them and have that same silhouette.
You can also like add
Marking.
like use the plunger area to put on like the unicorn hood. So that as the guy is like riding or mountain on him, it's like his feet basically.
The only thing I worry about with this, I mean, I like that idea, is that I'm afraid it's gonna get tangled up. There's gonna be a lot of information and visual information there. You know what I mean? Like, we want it to be clean. I think that you really wanna see, like, how he rides on, he's got a ride on, kind of like where his legs maybe are sticking out, kind of silly, you know, and stuff like that. So you really see that silhouette with you.
I like this idea because it's something for him to be
Grab onto.
holding
That's
on
true.
to. Yeah, it comes off. He goes,
What's this constructed out of?
Cardboard, just rolled up cardboard and tape.
Okay. That's a good point.
How does it work?
Which is, to your point, it's kind of like.
Answer everything. Okay, Ford's-
That's true.
That's awesome.
That is a cool idea.
What was
That's
the
a
idea?
really cool idea.
It's awesome.
What was it?
Slingshot through the horns.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there, what was that Toy Soldiers movie where that?
Small soldiers?
Small
Yeah.
Soldiers? Yeah, Small Soldiers. They had that one monster who had that same thing.
okay, so here we like this, correct?
So this
Cool
one
things
and
to
this
do,
one
right?
together?
Are those yours?
Yes.
Yours?
There's also the Viking helmets that you can get from amusement parks and stuff.
I like this. I think these feel like they're pretty, I mean, this one's gotta get fleshed out in relation to this one, but I mean, they feel pretty finished.
So this is the idea, basically.
Yeah.
And then this is the wizard.
So give me a. Give me an overlay, where are you? All right. Give me an overlay with this guy on this guy. Okay, that way it'll give us like a scale thing. Yeah, you need this one? Okay, what about here? What's changed here? What's changed here?
It's the, her height, definitely her height. The pigtails, the one that we chose. And then the possible like, cape to make her look
Oh,
more
that's right.
queenly. That was one of the, suggestions. And then just make her taller,
So she's taller than you, Gina.
taller. And
Okay, what do you guys think here?
I'm really drawn to the bottom left.
That's one. This one?
Yeah.
That's one I like. I want more stuff on there like that. What do you guys think?
Definitely that bottom left one.
Bottom left?
Looks very.
Are we gonna have any problems modeling that?
I
No,
will,
right?
we're not gonna be dealing with like creases so
Yeah, yeah,
much.
yeah.
They're just gonna be built in and that's it.
Okay, that's fine.
Shapes.
Do we like this character?
Yeah.
I like that character.
I like the change in her eyeglasses
Yeah.
too. So they've got like the snotty.
Yeah, yeah. Like the furrowed brow kind of thing. What do you guys think? Yeah? Huh?
It's more dramatic than.
I like this.
Yeah, I like the glasses a lot.
Like, I like that one. I think it's got a nice balance of her not being so snotty that I don't like her at all, but looking snotty.
It's attitude versus snotty.
Yeah, like she looks a little
She's
snotty,
tough.
but not so
Typical
much
little
that I'm like,
princess.
I can't stand her, you know? Okay, so we're saying here, correct? What about here? It is good.
I like the more Dumbo ear look here.
Yeah, that's nice.
And of course, I keep going back to him, our original.
So what do we think? Is it here?
I can see that over YouTube, so.
Are we losing these?
It's
It's just this?
It's a good point. Do we want him to be really done up in armor or do we want to?
I mean, he's got a cape. Yeah, I mean, do we want like this kind of stuff here? Or do we like it cleaner here? I'm starting to like it
I
here.
like this cleaner.
Yeah, I'm starting to like this.
She's got that boxy feel.
Yeah, yeah.
He needs that.
so maybe like a really like light padding armor,
Just like, you know, it could be
like
like.
comfortable looking.
Well, if he has a shield, that also gives him, you don't have to have as much armor, right? I mean, it's blocking.
Is he like the hero?
You can make her-
I feel like a simpler
Where have
look.
you been?
She just got here.
Just going, I
Yes.
feel like a simpler look makes the hero more
Heroic?
Relatable?
Yeah, related.
Well, just like, I keep thinking about like the main characters from everything, and they don't have like big blocky hardcore
Not as
armor.
dramatic.
I like
They
that. This
feel
just
more
feels
like
like that's
adventures, not
landed
so
where,
much-
that feels like it landed where it's supposed to land. Okay,
I think
this
this,
is,
but he has a shield, correct?
Yeah, we can add the shield.
Keep him without the shield.
You want him without it?
can we look into this?
I mean, I like,
Yeah, just look like a single sword, so it's more heroic.
Okay, well, what do you guys think about that?
I mean,
I'm on the fence.
mechanically, we can have it so that like he he could have a sword and a shield and he blocked with a shield, or a sword and a shield he blocked with a sword. It'd just be up to you guys.
So we can have a block. I didn't even think about that.
What do you guys think?
But
Shield, no
nobody
shield?
does that. They
I
just
like
walk
the
in there.
shield.
I kind of like the shield, but it's up to you.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can,
wanna
we
hear what
can
everyone
change the
else says.
shield, we can use it like a trash can.
Yeah, we do a lot of fun
It
stuff.
can be anything.
The yield shield. Where was that?
Or the yield shield.
The
We need a yield
stop-
shield.
the yield shield.
Yield has got a
Yeah.
shield. Does yield have that same,
It's a triangle.
oh, it's a triangle?
Upside down.
Oh, upside down triangle?
They're in reality like super large,
Yeah.
and that metal's
We can
super.
play with that.
It'd be like a tower shield.
It could be a street sign. I mean, that's a little bit more rectangular, but then we could be funny with whatever the street name is.
I mean, I kind of like
That's
the,
true, too.
the size of shields, like
Like, do not
like
pass or
Link
something, or
has,
no parking.
Link?
like for Legends of Zelda, kind of like that kind of size.
Yeah, no through.
Link,
So we
Legends
say
of
His
Zelda,
shield, yeah.
kind of like that size.
Yeah, something smaller.
Okay, so we like with the shield, okay? So we can have something. Right? And like you said, it could be a trash can lid, it could be whatever, sign. Whatever it is.
On the back of the shield is his lines that he's supposed to say. during battle.
Can we convey that though?
It's like during a cutscene, he's like,
Yeah, you can see him do that.
Everybody has to put in those little sneaky gems, right?
That would be his scale? All right. I want to play around with that a little bit. Okay, so we pared this down to here, we pared this down to here, and we're somewhere here. Okay, now, what about all this?
That looks like the road right there.
Which one we need? How many? One?
One.
yeah, we need
What does a
one.
rogue do again?
Rogue is sneaky. Do range stuff.
That's why they're.
But
Yeah,
are
we
they,
stab you in
are
the
they
back.
in the arena with him?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, there's
So there's somebody he would fight. Okay.
They have like daggers and thieves.
That would probably be the character that would always be running in from behind. And
So all these, I'm assuming,
That's a techno wizard.
oh, this is a wizard? So is this the only rogues I have?
It's rogue.
these are rogues.
Okay, so this is rogue, right?
Yes, that's rogue. So
What else?
this is rogue. Sorry, that's not straight.
That's all.
Is this one?
What about this?
That one's rogue, this one. And the one below that. This is both legs.
I think that's it for rogues. Unless. Yeah, that's it for rogues.
Now, when we start going and going, doing turnarounds or whatever, you know, and we're really finalizing it, you can still pull stuff. There's something good in one of these other ones. You can still pull something in there, right? Like everything needs to, if you need to borrow from it, borrow from it. This is all one big pool. Okay, so what do we like here?
I have to admit, I kind of like the idea of going to a different race. I don't know if that's what that was intended, but that reminds me of more of a, I don't know, like black character. But I'd have to say out of my favorite would probably be this one.
We can still do both.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I like the race thing too, but I think overly critical players will feel like I'm still broken to play.
What's a thief character
I
black?
can't.
Let's just make everybody gray.
I would say purple.
Purple.
Yeah, everybody purple.
What's Hermes' wife from Futurama? Whatever that. La Barbara, yeah, I love that, like her
Wait, from
look
Futurama?
from Futurama.
Hermes' wife?
Hermes kind of the,
I remember Hermes, yeah.
and his wife's like.
For some reason, I keep
super
thinking of,
hot.
what was the girl's name? It was Amy, right?
Amy, yeah.
I love that show.
Canceled in 2 different.
I know, 2 different networks. And it was a killer show. It's because they kept throwing it all over the place and nobody could follow it. I think. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so we're still liking this?
Still like that. I like the hair on the second ones, on the top and bottoms. Both of them.
These two?
I really like the hair. It's just reminds me of like, just like this fierce Imperial soda.
Sure, The Simpsons is older than Jessica.
Simpsons is older than probably everybody in this room.
Yeah.
Except me.
The first episode was like 1991 or something, right?
Yeah.
Simpsons has been on so long that it was on when I was a whole different person. It's weird, actually. Okay, so, but you're saying you like these hairstyles here?
Yeah.
So maybe we could add one of our initials to like.
So are we staying away from like the small person?
We can make her
Little
small.
person.
We can make her a little bit shorter. If that's what you're asking.
Well, no, I'm just wondering because like we kind of locked in like the big tough guy.
Well, this one feels different from that and that, which I think is good.
I kind of like this too, where the neck is kind of elongated,
Where?
a little stretchy.
Elongated.
This one? Like if that was applied to that one, just.
The only worry I have about that is it starts to feel like it's a whole different world. Like it's such a different, drastic like character.
When we were doing the shape language meeting, we were talking about having all the proportions stay pretty much the same, which is kind of like how. I mean, it's close. You know, what I'm saying it's kind of close. A little like.
Yeah, but these are really different silhouettes.
Yeah.
Right? And this is a really different silhouette. As long as we're getting that feel that they're all different, I think we're fine.
What's the age for the road?
I'm kind of getting the feeling she's older than everyone else. Like, well, especially based off of that particular,
Yeah, she feels like a 15-year-old girl.
How old is he?
maybe like,
Would a 15-year-old be in this world?
No.
15, you're like, I'm cool, and I don't want to hang out with 10-year-olds. Right?
Maybe at
maybe
12.
sorry.
But I mean, yeah, 12. I mean,
Even as an 11-year-old, you're like, nah.
but a year when you're this age is a huge thing, you know what I mean? Like, you had a friend that was like a year older than me, was like,
I imagine all these kids are in the same grade, and that's why they have.
Where the black girl stayed behind one day.
all right, we got it. What else do we have here? No, it's not. Okay, so these are a little closer to like that shape. I mean, these shapes are working. So, okay, so out of this, we like this, correct? What about hair now? This one's got a hood, which I like.
Yeah, more drawn to that one.
Do we want to have that kind of popping out of there?
Yeah.
You should hear one of those side buzzes.
I just worked with a girl.
Which 12-year-old would have a side buzz?
They do now. I just-
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super awesome. I think it's kind of cool.
I just worked with a girl who had that one side shape.
So she's wearing a mask that's covering maybe a little like one eye type of deal, or would you just like that swoop showing?
I like this.
Whose are these? Whose drawings are these? Oh, she's not here.
Sarah.
The one I think might work.
Did you notice this is like a cupcake swirl?
Oh, yeah, that is. Whoever's talking, is she here? No, she's not here, right? Whoever's talking to her she needs to figure that out. If we want to do this and this, maybe it doesn't have a hood. Does it have to have a hood?
Roses usually do. Kind of the tilted thing.
All right. Well, then, you know, you just gotta have to play with that, how that hair pops out of there.
We like the hair on that one.
We like the hair.
Put it in red
What
mark
about
and all the
like,
ones we locked everything in on.
Like this one?
Because that way we can take a picture of those. Just go like, this is it. Oh yeah, see look.
Mike?
She's not a boy. It's Zelda.
What's that?
What's that?
That's from
It's a
It's She pretending. It's Princess Zelda.
Yeah.
I know this like better than like.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Is it?
No, that's fine, that's fine.
That's fine.
So what are you gonna do
All the way back.
about
This?
Well, we're gonna have the same model. So we're gonna have this model, but like a purple jacket.
Oh, okay,
We're gonna
just
have like a black jacket. No, we're gonna.
Oh, yeah. Chris.
You need to know a picture from the line on the
Yeah.
I think Derek said something about this. Really cool.
Did you get it?
Yeah, if I can message him, but I have internet here, so.
Oh, you want that? I can type it.
Yeah, sure.
What else?
I'll give you a stack. Does that stack?
An arch wizard, like,
So right now, we're saying this guy, this guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ideas in a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. So that's wizards, it looks like.
But we kind of had that guy here, correct?
Well, this guy, instead of calling him Archwizard, we should really should call him Boss. So this is Boss, and this is, sorry, this is Boss, this is Boss, this is Wizard.
The wizard was the best.
He is another type of, like, he's a different.
Wizard is when the boss and arch wizard.
So these guys are supposed to be kind of just weaklings. You know, they're running around maybe.
But these guys are just populating, not as important.
They're around, they're battle, but they're not like super powerful miners or anything like that. They're just another.
Would they just be another challenger to him?
Yes. Yeah.
So
So
not like this big badass, right?
exactly.
So how many of these do we need?
One.
And we haven't done this yet, right?
That's just
We haven't done one much yet, right?
No, when it comes to these little guys, we haven't really narrowed down anything yet. So hopefully we can do that today.
How many of these did you just say we
You
need?
just need one of each.
Just one.
One rogue,
Okay.
one wizard, and one fighter.
Which is these guys. What do we call these guys?
Wizard.
These guys.
So that was, that
Yeah.
raincoat was the one that we locked in last time.
Where?
In the raincoat, the whole raincoat idea was what we really liked.
This guy?
Yeah.
I like that design. I like that design.
He kind of mixes with this one too. So he'll be another one of.
What do you guys think of this one?
I like that one.
I like
I do
it.
too, I like that. That feels real fleshed out.
We gotta play with this little staff though, that looks a little too.
This is the villain we're talking about, right?
No, this is just the wizard.
Oh, just a wizard?
We like this one, right?
Funny, the staff is bigger than him. Because conflict wizard and boss. His shape is very.
What did you say about the staff?
We need to make it a better staff, because that looks like,
It's too good.
it's too good.
Oh, like to manufacture?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got it out of a store or something.
The hood. The hood.
Do we necessarily have a problem if like all the characters are like being hooded and everything, because we can have that with the thief and then with the wizard and maybe with the fighter as well. So would that end up kind of being just kind of the visual thing where we might want to have like a character without like some sort of headpiece?
We have too many hooded characters.
Well, what do we have right now? 2 or 3?
Our boss.
This one?
Eric would be prefer lighting from Maya.
These are different. Kind of ideas.
From Maya?
Yeah.
Do we just have
From
2
your guys'
hooded
side, I
characters
guess?
right now?
Oh, it's a painting.
Sorry.
Okay.
Do we just
Would
have
that
2
be counted,
hooded
you guys, or-
characters right now?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, we
So
just
far,
just need to know
yes.
that.
That's not.
Yeah.
Because that's vastly a lot more work.
Oh,
All right.
So, but we could do it.
All right.
Hey, we're painting the shadows in.
Shadows next week. Sure. I tried the shadows on.
What am I looking at here?
Medic,
Medic.
merchants.
So the medic at this point actually would be more about like this stuff added onto the triplets or like whatever it is now, right?
So same
So it's gonna
body.
be less of this and more of this
Yeah.
that we're concerned with.
for the merchants, since they're triplets, I just do like a whole bunch of different body types and see whichever one we like best, we could just do like variations. Change their faces and their hair, but keep the body the same.
I like that his backpack's like all oversized. I think it's gotta be more about the stuff than the backpack. Does that make sense? Yeah, like I wanna see more of the stuff, like less of the backpack, more of the stuff everywhere. Yeah, it's just stuffing everything in there. Everything gets bigger.
Is our Asian one from last week up there for the merchants?
No, I didn't bring her.
Oh, okay.
No one.
Oh, I love
Well,
that
that's
one.
what
That was my
Serena,
favorite.
Serena ripped off of that.
Yeah,
Serena ripped off of that one.
it's on the drive.
Yeah, it's on the drive, and I got it on my USB as well.
Let's see it. You gonna pull it up?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
It's like super similar to that.
It smells like pokey.
It does.
Smells like what?
What is it?
That sounds good.
This one's a character that Richard previously did.
Was this from last week?
That's from the previous week, right?
Yeah, the red one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but they said they don't want a potion vendor anymore. They want a tavern person instead for consumables.
You said what?
The character design people, we had a meeting the other week.
There's like
For character
confusion.
design,
I guess.
There's
I-
mass confusion here.
They
Yeah.
said instead of the potion vendor, they want a tavern vendor in order to purchase consumables
Yeah, that
from.
was my.
They said it made a little bit more sense thematically, so I just kind of scrapped that. I went for the tavern girl.
Well, we have
Why can't we
tablets.
just use the same design?
Why
They
can't we
just
use,
wanted variations, so I just made some.
Yeah.
no, but why couldn't we use that character if everybody likes that for the, to plug into the character that you just said?
Oh, we could. They just asked me to do variations, so.
Oh, I see.
But you liking that one, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Put a beard on her.
Again, I think I'm pushing again the rate.
Like a mom.
Yeah, like.
I don't disagree.
She changes her beard, she puts on the other side of the shop.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Right? She has a beard, and every shop's always putting it in a different. You know, it's always the same model.
Okay, explain to the merchant.
Aren't you over there?
Now, is that the triplets?
Yes.
That's the triplets. So that one.
It's the same
So,
one,
no,
you know,
okay, wait. Guys, we still don't have, we don't know what's going on with the tavern person or the medic or the,
Yeah, we need clarification.
We need
for
to-
that,
yeah.
'cause I was.
This needs to happen tonight.
confused.
The medic is going to be whatever,
Okay, so part of the.
one of the triplets are. You're
Right.
gonna add one.
Yeah.
so now they're quadruplets.
quadruplet.
Okay.
That's fine, whatever. So
No, it doesn't.
we need to figure out what that character is, correct?
Yes.
So medic is one of the quadruplets. What is another quadruplet? Like, is he or she selling weapons or
Yes,
traps?
we have to trap a weapon and then we
Trap.
had an armor person.
Weapon, okay, so that's
I just,
four.
I just.
Is it weapon and armor or weapon?
I don't know if you want.
It doesn't, we can call it whatever.
I think it should be
We gotta know
weapon
what it
and
does,
armor.
so.
And armor.
Can we do traps with weapons? Then we can do triplets though.
Yeah, that's true.
That could work.
We could just have the traps, weapons, armor.
The thing I do like about that design is it feels different than the other ones, but it still lives in the same world. I like that, right?
Plus, it's like really distinct. You can tell when it's a merchant or not, or a bad guy.
What do you guys think of that one up there? The one out in the center on top?
It's very, I like that one. I thought that was, yeah.
I like that it feels really different.
Correct.
Right, but it still lives here, which is, tricky.
She's like the rich, little Asian girl.
Cute Asian.
What do you guys think?
So if we were to design the merchant like that, the medic have to look like that as well.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, no, I guess we're doing three now, because if we can make the traps, we can mix the traps and weapons, because that makes sense. And we'll have an armor, and we'll have the medic potions person. And that kind of makes sense. And we can just come up with names later with the story about what they call themselves. But
So you guys don't want a medic that just like runs to the battlefield if you pass out or anything?
No, 'cause the mechanic we're thinking of is like after you get out there, like you can go buy stuff that you can use in the arena, and then if you run out of it, you have to go buy more.
Okay.
Again, what do we think of that design?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes?
Yes.
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 So that's for the,
Yes,
for the.
yes.
So you gotta flesh that out.
Alright, so no more tavern girl and
Going
back to the
back.
potion vendor, right?
So
Well, we could do you want to do a medic or a tavern? Because that's actually, we have taverns and we have the medic thing. And we can have both still be in the field, we can design both of them, but we can just place one of the others, it doesn't matter. So I guess
Combine both of them into one.
a tavern, medical tavern place?
I thought both of them.
That's what after-
Supposed to be
Huh?
like vanity. I thought those didn't really
Yeah, no,
have mechanics.
They don't, they weren't supposed to.
Okay.
The medic we were throwing in there, because he came up with it a couple of weeks ago, and it was really cool. But now they're talking about having the tavern be the medic place.
I mean,
So which one, because I guess like it would work as a kid to have like a juice box and like you feel better afterwards,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so like, but then like the dude with like the medic person could have like Band-Aids and stuff, so just kind of whatever we want to play off of would be funnier.
I still like the medic idea.
I like the juice box. Go get like a thing of juice or like a snack.
Well,
food heals you anyway.
Yeah, so why, we've got food, we've got the hard goods, and then we've got the medic. So wouldn't that just be our three right there?
Mhm.
Like, why do we need to, why are we mixing the medic and the tavern? We could still have our food person. Our-
But that's, we're
You're
trying to
talking
figure
about
out
it
the
being the
mechanic
same.
of healing yourself being turned over to the tavern person.
Just being the same, okay.
If you guys really want both, then the like comestible vendor, they can like give you buffs whenever you eat apple juice or whatever.
But that's another person we have to rig
Okay.
and set up a model. We're trying to minimize that so we have time.
Okay.
Yeah. So is that okay?
I think it's good.
So does that mean we're down to 2 now,
Three.
or do we still have a third?
Tavern armor and then weapons.
Okay, so what's the function of the tavern then?
Heal.
So medic is target.
You go there and get juice and like snacks so you feel better.
It's the
And then
same
potions
function
as
as
well.
the medic,
What
it's
happens
just it's
if
a
you
tavern.
pass out? You just respawn in the same,
I want to go hard mode. If you pass out, you're done. You have to start over.
No chances.
I
It
like
should
that
be
too.
Bloodborne
So,
and
you need to go pick up your.
Dark Soul,
medic.
kids.
dark foams.
I mean, Game of Thrones is hopeful, like.
Let's
Yeah.
make it hard.
So we
Let's
have
make it really hard.
weapon,
What do we have left
armor.
character-wise?
We have the tavern medic, slash medic, or just tavern?
We'll just call it tavern.
Just tavern. And then what's the third one?
Did you guys not want a cosmetics vendor anymore to change your color?
Nope.
Okay, no more cosmetics then. So.
That's what the armor does.
So you want, okay, so you want a trap, blacksmith, and tavern, right?
Well, no, weapons, blacksmith, and then tavern.
Okay, weapon, blacksmith.
And then we're mixing
armor.
we're mixing the traps with weapons.
Okay.
What does the blacksmith do? Sorry.
Armor.
So the tavern, excuse me, the tavern and all these we were talking about, they're one body bag, correct?
Mhm.
And in different costumes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just want to know model part.
Hey, you need to get over here, man. You didn't put your modeling stuff.
Wouldn't it make more sense for the blacksmith to be armor and weapons?
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
Yeah.
And the
no,
traps
armor
be
and
its own?
weapons.
So traps be its own.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that too.
Okay, so.
Okay.
blacksmith.
Ellis, if that's what you thought, you should have said
Finalize
something. You've been
so we
ruining
can
your night.
design it.
Okay.
That's it, okay.
Traps.
We have traps, blacksmith, armor, weapons. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we have the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So traps,
That's it.
blacksmith, and then tavern.
Any confusion or questions on the triplets?
So
I think that's good.
I'm still confused at what we're doing because we're going back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
finalize,
temp-
what
Yeah,
is
so that
it?
we can design the stores.
So it's still triplets.
Uh-huh.
Medic and tavern are now the same thing.
Okay.
So
it's
it's
just a
tavern.
Okay.
The weapons and armor is the blacksmith. So all of that stuff. And then the traps is on its own.
So we put the weapons and armor together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I could just, so just to finalize this, I could just use that since everybody likes the best, right? And put different stuff on it.
Yep.
Okay.
Flush it out.
Use everything.
That also makes me think we need to start developing UI
Developing what?
stuff and like little sprites for the types of things you could buy. Because we obviously don't have to make them physical, but you have to show them. You can just have like text. Be boring as hell.
Stuff, something like that.
Branding too, I guess, kind of, like essentially coming up with a style for all that stuff.
We'll address that after, because with this, it takes priority for sure, so that the 3D can get going. I mean, there's going to be some sit-down time once 3D rolls out and the concept's done. There's going to be the short, but for not everyone's going to be on the short. So those people can work on sprites and stuff like that. So that'll be next month.
Okay, what do we have left character-wise?
Fighter.
What do we have up here that's under that heading?
Unless, do we want to make the fighter the same as this guy with different armor?
I think that guy should be unique since he's a mount.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah.
It should be like his older brother or something.
All these?
A little bit to the left.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, we want them to feel different from that guy though, right?
I feel like this is body type.
This one?
It is the same body.
It is the same body.
Well, the bad fighter could be top heavy and the normal fighter could be bottom heavy.
Do we have any examples of that here? What you're thinking?
Well, the one that Charmaine made, I really liked that one. He looked super innocent and kind of like General Giant-ish, but
Is he in here?
no, he was on her old file.
Can we see it? And these, oh no, these are men. Which is these? Oh, Serena.
Is this one? Previous.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, that's different. And we see his face and everything like that, right?
You can just add the helmet.
Does he have to have a helmet? Because he has a helmet.
I like seeing the face.
I like
On
seeing
this
the face
page,
on
yeah.
this one.
This one,
Because that,
Yeah,
that
that's
changes him up. Yeah. What do we think of that?
bottom heavy.
Okay,
I think that
right?
He's a little bit more dopey, not dopey.
All these are kind of in the same flavor. I think that one just like you guys say, be a bottom heavy.
Okay. We need to collect all these.
Yeah, one's a big one. Character.
Yeah, plus like if he doesn't have a helmet on, it gives him a whole different flavor. Okay, does that get us on character now? So now we're here, right?
Yes, yep, we're done with characters.
Final characters, final, turn them around. Does everybody know how to do that? Everybody know what that is? Zero pose, side view, side view. I don't think you need a top view, front view, back view.
Do you
Okay.
want them colored?
Yeah, I think we ought to come on now. And as quick as you can, as you're doing them.
Do all turn around have to be in color or just one color?
One, just one.
Yeah.
Unless there's something weird on the back that you're doing or something, but other than that, no. If you're doing, even doing a quick pass on, you're thinking that's your color thing, throw it on the drive, because I want to see it. Okay, because you want to make sure that and then be looking, as soon as you guys are throwing things on the drive, be looking at what other people are doing so we're not getting wildly out of, color-wise. I'm trying to avoid going down a path of having to really, have a meeting just about color. I think we can pull the color palette out of what you guys do. We can just fix a couple things, and this is a little too far, and then whatever, right? And pull our color palette out of it.
According to Jared, we're gonna have copies of one person, and then each of those copies will be a different color. We're gonna brainstorm what color variations for that?
That's up to you guys.
Three. Three or
Yeah,
four.
three should be enough.
We can do that.
This color scheme, can we have
Three
that?
variations.
We're over here. I like this establishing shot. I think this is great, okay?
Jared,
Yes.
great job on that.
Yeah, and it just feels like he hit it to me.
Well done.
Appreciate that. Anytime you want to do it again, let me know.
It feels fresh. You know what I mean?
Do it again.
It feels fresh color-wise, which I think is nice.
Yeah, but are we still doing the different times of day, or are we going to stay just one day?
I don't know. Do we need to?
Well,
I don't think we
we'll
really-
just focus on one the day first.
Well, that's
And plus, if we're gonna have the part, you guys are gonna paint the shadows, then it'd be perfectly fine as like one time a day.
Yeah, okay.
I don't really think you need 3 times a day.
It's
actually.
part of the story to have 3 different times.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
In what way?
It just changes out the waves.
Yeah, but we're thinking of this short playbook demo. We're not doing.
Okay, so what if you just have this
That's
and then
fine.
you have like late afternoon?
Yeah, we get it. And if we do
Yeah.
extend it, we can just make.
Because this could just go more orangey in your late
That's-
afternoon,
Yeah.
right? All this stuff can get more browny and orangey,
Shadows.
and that's
It's
late
already-
afternoon.
It's already a set date. So the shadows are-
So you can take the same one and just paint it, right? You know, overlay it or tweak
That's
it.
something we think of.
What's this one?
Looks like the weapons merchant.
Yeah.
That's-
But this is, I like this. I like this little rack right here. That's cool. We could, this has got to be inside though, correct? Or does it?
We'd be outside.
Outside.
You think it's cool to have one outside like that?
It could be just like random stuff scattered around the shop.
I kind of like that. I like that a lot, that little rack. And I like this stuff being displayed like that. That's actually kind of cool, this too.
There's another one down there too on that page.
Here,
Those are all the
That one.
four structures.
I like the tires. Do we like this? I like this idea. Okay. And it also gives us something different from the other ones. So we like that. We only like that.
The only thing on this one is it looks like it's leather
Here,
that's strapped across, yeah.
what is that?
I don't know. It's just wooden.
It's cool. Is it rule number one of like
It looks
talking about your art? I don't know.
It's like a-
I don't have a problem with that, but
It's like a tar.
find something to plug into that.
Yeah, you
Right.
could put like bones on there. I don't know.
I have no idea what that is. Just because I drew it doesn't mean I know.
I did that one time in Bill's class, and he was like, never, ever, ever say that to your director. He'll kick you out.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, no, you don't. No. And don't ever say, I think it looks cool. Never. Always have a reason for everything. Like, I don't care right now because we're just talking about
It's
it.
symmetrical.
And it's very easy to plug something into that, you know, because I like this idea, but you know, what is it? You know, it can, there's a million things it could be, you know, the kids pull. Because this idea, like, you ever seen that? Remember that drawing that Norm did where it's all the rope and it's got the skull in the middle of it?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Mhm.
It could be something like
Is
that.
there like projectile towable things or no?
We have the
Beanbags.
Yeah, I mean, it could hang
Okay.
like it's gonna have hooks on top, the heart, and then hang little things there.
What if it's like a leather jacket and they're tanning a leather jacket?
That's pretty cool.
The bags, or like little pouches.
Yeah, like little
Stuff.
pouches hanging on the tarp.
Like those those
That's-
little
that's
plastic.
what you gotta figure- that's what you gotta figure out.
rack.
Shoe rack.
Shoe rack with-
Who's this? Oh, it's Serena again. What do we think?
Bottom left, or like that. We can put the generic tool.
I feel like the top left could possibly be like the entrance kind of, you know?
A wall carbon.
Like as I'm walking in?
Yeah.
As soon as you walk in, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
That could be part of the
That's how you-
wall that the designers are looking for.
This is all
So that would
cardboard,
be-
I'm assuming.
So that
Or
would
the
be
bottom
here?
right too.
Yeah, so kind of
That's
like
where
right
it'd be
there.
placed?
I would imagine more like out here, but
I picture more out here too.
yeah, it's like you walk in and then it's like this.
Are we
whole
gonna
giant
see that?
festival
Are we
kind of
gonna walk
thing.
in from that far out? I guess we are at some point, right? Or no?
That's the border, is the tree line.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be more suited for kind of the entrance to the arena.
It's like the border we have is just gonna be filled with junk.
Maybe
Yeah,
that,
we're gonna
but a
have
lot
the whole thing
smaller, so
surrounded.
it wouldn't be as.
Yeah, we don't want to compete with
But I
this.
guess like we do have to
like,
make
maybe
sense of
these
like how they
two,
get into the
these
area.
pieces.
Maybe we can do that, make it cosmetic 100%, you know?
Could play with it. This actually, if you put two of those, you got a gateway, right? Two of these shapes.
Mhm.
Those could just easily go there, right?
And
Yeah.
how are they gonna watch the
Make that pretty elaborate. Huh?
How are they gonna, if they put a wall there, how are they gonna?
Not a wall, it'd be two of these little tower things.
Just two of those?
Yeah.
Cardboard?
Like
The
that.
rest of the fencing will be,
And then maybe you could have like, you know, something hanging in between, or that coming between it. Like it'd be cool to have something like in there, I don't know what's in there, but like some cool badassy kind of thing right there, you know? Yeah, or like, you know, when you go in the Pirates thing, that Skull talks to you, like that kind of thing. Not that it talks, but
Have you seen the trailer for the new one? It looks so cool.
knew what,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
movie?
Yeah.
There's another one.
Yeah, it looks actually, it looks way cooler than all of them combined.
Well, okay.
It's got my new favorite actor in it too. What's his name?
Who's?
That dude from No Country for Old Men. What's his name?
Oh,
Javier something?
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, that dude's
Yeah, he is the truth, that guy.
All right, what do we like here? And which is gonna be what?
All of it.
Huh?
Thanks for your support.
So we have, I really like the juice box on.
Here?
Yeah, for our tavern.
Okay.
I'll second that.
We like that?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good.
I don't know how we're gonna get a plane in there, but we should just try.
The plane could be sitting, back in here, because you just see it. It doesn't have to like interact. It's a
like one of those
trippy
things
idea.
where
I
you
would
don't
love
see
it
it
if
unless
like
you're
it
looking.
crashed there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
right.
I drew like a crash point, but
What if this was in England and that's like an old crash P-51 or something?
We're not going to England. I love that drawing though.
So I was
The
thinking
old
like
fighter
World War
jet.
II for the plane, just because it had the World War II had like better, more fun shapes than kind of the modern plane.
Yeah, I'm with that. I mean, you don't have to explain everything, it's fine. You know,
Maybe it could be like one of those market, like.
it just ended up there. Who knows
Yeah.
how,
It'd be such a shame to actually have that.
Crashed.
No, just like there's like a random P-51.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is our blacksmith, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our tavern. What else do we need?
We need the traps.
No,
traps.
that's the weapons.
So Ellis came up with
And then an
the Winnebago
Yeah,
RV
because that one's gonna be weapons.
guy.
Yeah.
And then that
So,
one.
so we could do that. And it kind of
No,
works
they're
with
traps.
Tito's.
It's gonna be weapons.
I kind of really like this.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I really like this. The turned over bus.
Oh, it's a turned over bus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
We were talking
Yeah,
about
it's like a variety of stuff, as well as like
Nothing.
walls.
You're not gonna find out now.
I like that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that? I like that.
I do too.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, it'll mix Elsa's ready with it. And then
And this is what?
that's the traps. No, wait.
Yeah,
They would
that's,
be
that's the only
Yeah,
one.
traps, yeah. Very nice, Tito.
That's funny.
No fun turning that one around.
You can make it like a witch.
So the 3D model and turn it around.
Is that all the structures we need?
Well, we need cosmetic stuff now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all the necessary
So I think
structures.
But what are you talking about? Like things to populate things?
Yeah, just fun stuff.
broken down cars.
Tires.
No more structures or no more built
Well, no,
structures?
yeah, like
No.
stuff like the mess hall, which is the tavern, I guess. But we need like random places where they sit down and hang out with each other, like where the different factions hang out or something. Just
cosmetic.
Cosmetic stuff. Because obviously we can have more places than just those three.
I like some of these. Like these elaborate things are cool. Like,
I mean, we could still build
I
them,
like
just,
that. That's cool.
there doesn't have to be anybody
I mean,
in
these are
them.
cool. And like some of you say, yeah, they get elaborate, but it's like, if you're doing them on a cardboard, why get elaborate as you want, right? And as long as everything's not crazy elaborate. There could be some kid who's just a kick-ass guy and he's doing these, you know? I feel like that now competes with that.
But that would make sense to have those things there if it's kind of a junkyard.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have like the villains hang out or something.
Yeah.
That's right. They need their own, they can't mingle.
I like this one.
Yeah, we're gonna have a treehouse.
I like
I
this
think
one.
so.
Yeah, we were talking about, actually, last time we were talking about the idea of one of the merchants being on top of the treehouse. So you never interact with them and you can't get up, but they're like looking down at you.
To like put down a rope with a basket.
That's exactly what I
Which merchant though?
do we like the trailer?
We can
I
make
think-
a model and just put it in the back next to where the tires are, so it'll help populate some of it and get it.
I think the idea of more abandoned cars is good, but it's like a trailer on top of a bus. Like, what would the likelihood be of?
These kind of places get a lot of that kind of crap.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
They do,
Where we
actually.
grew up, yeah.
My sister has one in her backyard.
Okay.
They're all over Big Red. It's so stupid.
I mean, if this isn't a main thing, I don't think it's a big deal. I like this one. What do you guys think? I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that shape.
The thing is, that's the second biggest shape aside from the
Well, no, well, you can think of like shapes.
You could throw it in the background, man.
Yeah, dude, we have junk piles and like tire piles, like those can be bigger shapes.
These should just be a background thing.
We need a lot of big.
What about here? Oh, too much. What about here?
Kind of like this little guy.
Are you sketching these in the sketchbook before you know, or just using
I like that.
No, just sketchbook.
sketchbook?
Yeah. No, actual paper.
Just sketchbook?
Good for you.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I like that one. And there's a bunch of them in here I like.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
It's
see.
just a bunch of tents. Oh no, they're knit together.
He'll have to figure that out if we decide on any of these, like what exactly everything is and how it makes sense construction wise.
It's like a windmill, a Christmas tree, and a fish. The shape of it.
Some kind of look like old chicken coos.
Like what?
Old chicken
yeah.
coos, kind of like these two.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, that needs
Oh,
to
that's
happen.
interesting.
Chicken coops have.
Okay. I love that. Chickens.
Haunted chicken coop. Yeah, like at night.
All right, so let's pare those down.
And light is probably-
We just need what, one out of there, two? What do we need, one or two? One?
Probably one.
All right, so what do you think? What makes sense logically in this world?
The one on the bottom right of the trap shop.
Bottom right of the track.
This one?
I think that's what Chris was saying, was like a chicken coop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that fits.
This?
Yeah.
Because the other ones seem a little too elaborate for something that's just kind of out in the junkyard.
Well, they built it.
The one in the middle on the bottom row there looks pretty cool too.
If I was a kid in this world, I'd build that.
Which one?
Or that, you know, or that.
I thought this was gonna be the trap place.
Well, this is a secondary thing.
We're just talking about like a random.
Yeah, just random stuff.
What we could do,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
we could do one of these as like the villains hang out,
Cardboard.
but you can't enter it, it's just locked. Because they're in there and you don't see them until
Yeah.
the,
What do you think of this
ending. I think that one would look great on top of treehouse.
I feel like that.
What do you guys think of this becoming the treehouse?
I second that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's like, it's like in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need something to make it feel like a real world. If we just have it as if we have like basic.
I like getting something that's breaking, you know, the verticality of it.
What's the function
So
of
would
the
that
treehouse?
be on top of the
There
track?
isn't any.
There's not gonna be one.
Okay.
We
Can we,
just
can
need
we
something
put the
like
trap
that.
vendor up there?
No, because
No,
now we
because
got
it's
trap
under
vendors
So
here.
like the whole chicken and the.
I like that idea too, but,
What?
oh, the idea of the trap, or like one of the vendors being up the treehouse, but
Yeah, we're saying maybe a black market, they could lower a basket down.
yeah.
Later on.
It might be getting too much too, because we're trying to avoid the double level thing. Or we are, I should rephrase that, we are avoiding the double level thing.
All right, so we're good here. Yes?
Yes.
We're good there, right?
Yep.
Everybody's got to start doing turns, finals and turns and color.
What am I doing?
Nothing.
You're doing another version of this
Another version?
for,
Oh yeah, so I got a PSD of that layout, and I want to have everybody agree on how we're going to lay everything out. Since Chris is here, it's perfect to do level designing.
Oh yeah, I actually gray boxed some of those.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, on my computer. It'll take some time to set up. I can do that.
Okay, I have the, if you, we can just lock it in, and that way, if we agree on it, then I can have everybody on my team know everything is.
where's Tito? Oh, you're right there. Okay, so you got two you got to turn, right?
So what am I doing?
You're going to turn that, where is it? You're going to turn that, and you're going to turn this into a treehouse and turn it.
Okay.
Right?
I feel like, I don't know, like part of the shape just.
I need the backside. Tweak it, whatever you don't like, tweak it. Okay. That's what you get to do.
Okay,
For the turnaround.
sounds good.
Arms.
Zero pose.
Yeah.
Right. It wouldn't be bad though to have a couple of zero pose for now. Let's just do that.
Can you put ready on my desk?
Does everybody know which ones they're doing on this? Characters? Right?
How about
I do.
this one?
Yeah.
Who's this again?
Jessica.
Oh, it's Jessica. So you're gonna do the whole?
If Shane doesn't want to do
Yeah,
it, because he's working on
yeah.
it. He,
We're gonna need to.
Zero pose, you know that, right?
Take over some props.
Okay.
This is for the environment.
Zero pose and just turn it. Okay. Who else? Who else is over here that has to do this?
Hundreds of
Why are you trying?
Is there anybody? This one?
like tires and-
This has got to get
There you
conveyed
go,
to
that's
this
what you gotta
person.
do. Shove and push.
So you know, right?
I
Already?
know, I know.
His lanes.
Yeah, this is.
This one?
Yeah, we'll show some of the stuff that's already being designed by the city
Kind
people
of
too.
find
That
out.
way, because we need style
Hair that-
still, even though we've started. on
Hair's
this
probably
stuff,
gonna be sticking out of
being able
that
to tweak.
hood,
And
right?
then do turnarounds on one
Someone
of
was working
the
on it
characters.
earlier today. Oh,
Finalize this with that.
yeah, and he was like, well, how do I
Yeah, hey,
stylize?
so hey, we're gonna put the plane in there?
me to turn around with him?
I think we should.
And
another piece to it.
Yes, the background.
He's never not gonna be on that guy, correct?
We're gonna be
Well, then you probably don't wanna do it.
Maybe it's
I would
something
ask
that's like really in the shadows, so
how
if
they're
you
gonna
don't
want
notice
it.
it,
Ask
you're like.
yeah, what they want. But the way, but these, are these guys ever not together?
Which one are we
And
deciding
why
for
would we
that?
model them separately?
it's easier.
I think a fun one would be if you like, maybe like shoved it in a tree or
Just put them
something
together.
like that.
Okay, well, that's
Just,
fine.
you know,
Just
during
do
the
that.
concept stuff.
But what I did want you to do is.
How about
give me
just
a
the tail
three-quarter
end of
view
How about
of
just
how he
tail end
looks
of,
with the writing.
Like
Because I want them to
straight
make
out
sure
of
they
the.
put
Yeah,
that
just the
right.
tail end of the plane instead of the whole entire plane.
Or his legs sticking out, 'cause you know how it's like his right arm shoulders, like their legs go behind.
And then show
That.
some frame, the frame on side of it, like ripped off and everything.
PG. That wasn't in there.
Just some blood.
But he's got the horns too, so he could also be, you know. And then you can. Right?
So what is it, this one?
Yeah. with the
Can we-
hair.
Can we pull off the ones that we didn't mark and put everything together? Like, would that be too much to do right now?
Unclutter it?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Jill? Did you?
I need the
Pull
section for
from
power.
these if you need to.
You need the what?
Power.
Good idea.
There's not enough plugs.
There it is.
We're just taking the stuff
Oh.
that's not marked.
Are we doing this one too?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay there.
We were just talking about characters.
Do we want to talk about the armor on this one? Or did we already look at this one, Mike?
Nope.
No, we should put the props together.
Okay.
So, like, put them together.
Who got their hair stuck up there?
That is not me.
How does that happen?
I don't have, don't long hair.
Someone just decided to, you know, leave a mark.
There you go.
Trying to be as highlighted as possible.
We haven't talked about armor yet, so I think
You pull the back. I was trying to figure out how to create some loading.
I still don't understand, where are those going to be? Because the NPC thing wasn't really discussed until today.
Yeah.
Because I think we have
I
enough
was trying to turn it around,
characters.
see what it looked like in the front.
Do we?
So.
Yeah.
So none of these?
I'm really worried about that we're taking more than we can chew.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the only reason.
I just wanna
Um,
make sure that we're not like,
Okay.
so I have to like,
Yeah, no, we're done with characters. This is it.
we just like, put the others in one file and focus on the others.
Yeah.
You guys, we didn't do props.
These guys are- So we got, he's not wizard, he's boss.
Yeah, this one's.
Well, yeah, because you have a lot of props, so we're totally gonna take over your color.
As much as 2D props possible, because the most important thing is having 3D assets coming in. So
But we also need textures.
Well,
So
let's
if we can
go-
lock in the textures of the 2D.
Absolutely, and the style too, so, yeah.
Let's
Now we
go
have to
over,
the paint and we have a lot more work to do.
let's go over what we already have fleshed out for 3D on props. That way you guys know what we're doing. And then we need stylizing. Right now, we're just doing everything kind of realistic. So when it comes to the props from the 2D, what we can use from you is stylizing what we've already done. Backwards.
Hey, Michael.
So we decide
I'm gonna
what
be nice to
sort
log
of
in.
styles we would with the environmental props.
Sorry.
So what we're doing is that we're have the environment stylized and then
Yeah.
stylized ensure that they grab the stylized from them. What you grab. Does that make sense?
No.
Wait, explain it again.
So for example, we already designed a fridge, but it's just like a typical fridge, there's no stylization whatsoever. So what we can use from our prop guys is stylized those things that are already existing. So all we have to do is tweak our files a little bit to make them match the stuff.
I'm not gonna trouble people into doing.
And what was your question?
Is that stylized now?
Yeah. I don't-
That's
Go.
not-
What is with this one?
Like, I read the flowers, it's stylized, but not
Well,
too
you
crazy.
So the only thing we can start thinking about now, like this,
We need.
doesn't match this at all, right? So it's like now the best thing to do will be to tweak it to start working a little bit better with, yeah, like all of these guys. This is a great example. So we were talking about everything still being correct proportions, but certain characteristics dramatized. So for example,
We can have a meeting here.
would be a good example of that. Well, okay, so like these guys, yeah, it's correct proportions for a person, correct hand size and all that, but maybe the eyes are a little bit bigger, maybe the face is a little bit more blocky on these ones. So we need that sort of similar thing for all of this stuff, and then also for any of
The
the
important thing
additional
is,
props.
whatever the list that you guys get, just pick the two.
I know, it's hard. Good luck. Just kidding.
Yes, actually, we already have a list that 3 people are working on right now, but our list will go out with 2D. So we can add on the list. Yeah. There's a prompt on it. Yeah, go with that list. Go through it and see which student really gives you like some idea. And stylize it.
We should just go.
Yeah. No, full concept now we'll do this concept. Color. And then once you figure out, once you have an idea what you want to do, and you don't need like anybody else saying, let's go for it, and you have an idea which style, then you start doing the turnaround. But again, the turnarounds are just quarter, back.
Are these the only props I have?
Front quarter,
Yeah.
back quarter. That's your turnaround. Because when we model, we're modeling one side, and we already figured out what the left side is.
So not straight on front and back, just front quarter, back to.
Front quarter, back quarter. You need to know what the back looks like and what the front looks like. When we do the quarter, the sides are already given, so we can calculate with that.
What do we think of this? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as the drops, that's positive. All right, so there you go. What about here?
It's already on, it's on the drive.
I like the Twitter. You're gonna give
it. Yeah, we were just kind of.
Hey, guys, focus here.
Sorry, go ahead.
What do we think here?
The toilet.
I actually like the way you stylize a tire too.
So this
I like the way you
works,
stylize it.
and this one works. That one doesn't.
What would that be?
That one is for more USB cameras, so.
I like this tire. I like that. Don't get too wonky with it. Make sure it looks banged up.
I don't have these, but this.
I like them, but what are they? Maybe like 1 or 2.
I know, outside, no, I have some.
What about this?
Okay, so basically you just.
Look at that tire. Look at the tires in there. You did a nice job stylizing that. Right? It gives you a starting point. Because the one with wet. Do we need these in the background? More stuff?
I do like the idea.
You think we do?
We don't.
I feel like it's.
Okay.
Because
Like
Well,
everything.
the props, I mean, the main thing you gotta do is you gotta identify like what we're doing here.
See, look at the list.
Like it's shorter, it's squattier, right off the bat, right? So what's, you gotta find the shape language of how we're playing here, apply it to that. That's why you wanna get, yeah, you wanna get somewhere where you have it, like we have some style direction here. Less there because this isn't about that.
No, that's perfect.
What's making these shapes work, I mean, you just gotta apply to the same thing. Like if you look at that shopping cart, like one thing I would do with the shopping cart, I'd make sure that like these things are far enough apart, not tight. I'd make sure that the actual like wire, whatever, is pretty wide, like pretty thick, right? So it's not looking, you don't want to be all realistic, right?
Like environment.
You know, I might squat it a little bit, like you guys are doing over there. Same thing here. I mean, just treat this like a structure, just like you're treating those. Squat them down, play them, push them, like that. You know that if you had, like, let's say you had that, you know, the top part that's on the toilet?
Yeah.
I'd fatten that up. It'd be this thick, you know, like stuff like that. I'd probably squat that down a little bit. These actually kind of work already. These are already working. But it's just the same, you want to have the same shape language that you have here everywhere. Okay, 'cause now you have a shape language here. And by the way, guys, if you're doing props, if you're doing any more props and you want to stylize them, be looking at this stuff. The ones that we've approved, be looking at that. It's got to live with that. If I looked at this stuff, I could easily do the props because I just see how it's working. It's squattier, it's like you're saying deflated.
Buildings. So, how do you think about something?
Did you want the plan here?
Yes.
Like the grocery cart.
You can always take a picture for your, but I always take a picture of all this so I can put an artwork. Virtual artwork.
I've been trained.
But you're more welcome to take a picture so you can like. Yes, sir.
If somebody can do like a realistic sketch
Doesn't matter.
of the shopping
For
cart.
you, as long as you
style
can
shopping
come
cart
up with
right
great
here.
stylization.
That way people.
Start off with
I get a chance to
finish it,
shoot.
and move on to the next.
Okay.
Just that way we could start off something that.
I mean, I could play around with some
never,
props.
never saw coming. But yeah.
By the way, we need to spend a little bit of time today on.
If you do a coffee mug, stylize it.
Carmichael's?
Don't stick with one
That's a
style.
cool
Give
game.
different versions of the style, or refine it, and really push it. Because out of that 6, you'll find that style that you really like. It's on the drive. It's actually on the chat as well, so you can check it out. Cool, very cool, man. I'm excited for it. Excited for it. It's not just the fact that we need more problems. Just we need more. It's a step. Now we got these characters going. We started to finalize what characters look like.
Yeah.
But props, environments and props. Props and environments go hand in hand. So it's one of those things where if you do the props, you start to see the environment.
Yeah.
If you want to do the environment where you made your props, go for it. As long as you have time.
Okay.
Do not hinder yourself concentrating on one thing. You're like, oh, I'm so focused that you forgot you wasted schoolwork time and whatever this is. Don't fret. Make sure you guys are always caught up in school, okay? And if it's for some reason that you can't do any work for this for the week, just let us know, and you're catching up with schoolwork and all that stuff. It's very important that we need to balance all this because this is the only way for it to work and not mess with grades and absences and all that.
Right.
You know? So this will only work if we know how to manage time, and that's why we're all here together. So I like it. Very cool. What do you think? What's up?
I don't like the whole. I kind of want it to like do what it's doing here, or like I kind of want to bring it out.
The reason why he wants this is because he likes the chicken coop idea here. So if you can incorporate a chicken coop idea somewhere with your spread, I think that's chicken coop. A chicken coop is like a chicken wire, easy. It's like an easy access.
Use the same like design of like how the characters are.
Oh,
Chicken
okay.
coops are like that.
Yeah.
So I think when he said with the treehouse, the treehouse. But I say go for something.
Yeah.
Like he likes the chicken.
Like I want to. Let me see. I'd say I kind of want to bend the shape. I would want to definitely bend that up. Yeah. And then you get that.
I get that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do it. Like make sure you have different versions of the shape that you're trying to set.
Yeah.
Include something.
So I'll do this one and then I'll just like
do the one that you like. I know they have versions of that, but good stuff. And then this is awesome, man. You really nailed it. Imagine there's no door. Actually, do me a favor. If you can you make this look like it's been abandoned, been torn down? There's no door. You just see the hinges.
And then you have to
make it look like yes.
Do we want to see it inside?
Not really, but for
I mean, I could like take off the door and throw in a curtain.
How about this? Here's a challenge. Make it look like it's being abandoned.
I could say it more like falling apart, like for the plating and everything. I don't know, it might be too much, but what if we have like plating kind of coming off?
Okay.
Something like that.
I mean, when you talk about that, I think I see more of like a set. Things hanging. Not straight, but it's all like this, right? And this one is like all hinged down this way. This is broken. You know? Correct? Yeah. So maybe this one is dented.
Okay.
So if challenges of see if there's any way you can make that.
Red abandoned.
Absolutely.
Look at it. That works.
Cool. Well done.
Stuff that we had where just kind of like this would be the whole area, the white boxes here. It's just kind of like environmental props or like the stores. The yellow box here is kind of like the entrance to the arena. And then these orange walls would be kind of maybe the reset walls that you have to work around.
No photo texture. Try to challenge.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Try to push yourself to paint textures because eventually that will go for tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. Anything that you can help out, flush out the shape. And then we'll quad draw. Simplify it in Maya. So the whole thing is teaching. So there's an opportunity for us to really see what we really heard. If not, then we go back to say, hey, no, I totally forgot. I'll do that again. So all the things that we're doing here. Different classes.
She has a big head, small body, so I gotta know.
If it's not like that.
Right? And then we work on with each other. To show you that you guys know
You can't find it?
different needs.
You gotta pull it out.
It's all about just managing people's time and managing people's. That's it. Make you guys happy. If I'm happy, you guys are happy. Or it's the other way around. You guys are happy. No, that's what I meant. It's the other way around. It's the other way around.
All right, guys. I think that's enough.
Thank you, brothers. We'll get you the updates tonight, man.
Would set up like the camera.
Thank you, brother.
For when you're
I don't know what time.
This one, the red one spawns enemies, and then they're right back to you. This is their health bar.
What days
Your
are
health
you
bar. This one's actually your health bar. The white one is
Where I always
stamina,
park where you
but
walk
it's
with
infinite right now. And then the green bar is.
Yes, yeah, go there.
Because I don't want to pay $2. I don't have.
Jess, I love these, Jess.
Otherwise, because I did that, but in the beginning of the semester of last semester or spring, like I couldn't get working in the first half. So
So on the.
So like I guess the kind of
Yeah.
but
I know. I know. It's those freaking Wednesdays where.
So we have actually.
I mean, it's 6, 7 months.
I'm okay. I can.
It'll go
It's terrible
Wednesday,
parking
it'll
and
go
just and come early on Wednesdays and I'll.
Jared, what was
My
Wednesdays where I
Okay.
can't.
So, we have
perspective.
What I did, I couldn't get working. I rode my skateboard down.
We're gonna push more.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna ride a skateboard.
The only thing now would be.
I would have to get
But I pulled my
here
parking
so.
pass off.
Here,
It's
combined with
not
that.
sticky, they just go on. So just pull it off.
Finish.
Right, because like, I know for a fact that we together we were in the parking structure,
Turn
it's
around,
2 hours.
and then.
Did you?
I like-
find
like
that-
this.
Exercise 2 hours.
So,
But it was-
they
they never take.
uh,
It might not be in there.
Three-quarter view of this writing, and then do these steps.
Every time I have both classes.
So we're going with this. This, I might, if I get a chance this week, I might look at this one.
Yeah.
I might give you guys a couple of styles.
Now, like.
Like just maybe a shopping cart, one other thing or something.
I think it's the stylization right now, is just the one that people are expecting.
Well, I mean, we already have, to me, we already have this.
Yes, absolutely.
I just.
Okay.
Well, that's just the. Yeah.
Did you get yours?
Guys,
Check it.
we're gonna be talking a little bit about sound now, because we're gonna start getting that going as well. So Carmichael is going to be taking over so that we can discuss what to do next regarding sound.
So listen,
Okay, so far, what I'm thinking is, are we gonna have the narrative in the games? I mean, like, narrator, if there is, I have a perfect person to actually, perfect person to.
You need story narration, not like narrator for the fighting.
Okay.
we know we have narration at the beginning of this thing in that intro, correct?
Yeah.
Jared?
For the short.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, so is that, go ahead.
So maybe I can give you guys a little snippet of how he sounds, just make sure. Is this fine right now?
The speakers play?
Yeah, they're okay. So, don't mind the noise.
Next to him sits Bromley, the beautifully, portly queen. The sound of wood scraping against tile
That's my
rings
friend Paul.
throughout the grand
It's a
hall,
really deep voice.
and a messenger enters the halls. He is short and round.
Try the second.
It sounds just like a Disney. Yeah, 1950s.
My friend
The
Paul.
sound of wood scraping against tile rings throughout the
Dude,
grand
he needs to
hall,
sing the group
and a
song.
messenger enters the hall. He is short and round.
Yeah, that's the clip that we have.
What do you guys think of that guy?
Yeah, for a narrator? Okay, perfect, yeah.
You're hired.
Sweet. Okay, so. Sorry. So in terms of the gameplay, in terms of gameplay, are we gonna have voiceovers on it? Are we gonna have Botany talk or say something?
We'll have
random?
taunts, we'll have taunts for some actions.
I think he means like dialogue.
Yeah, dialogue in the.
I don't want, personally, I wouldn't like that. I would
Okay.
rather it be silent and then just have those little windows popping up that say the dialogue.
Okay.
But maybe the background stuff, like you're saying taunts, we could have.
Like a sound effects.
distinguishable words, but it's like way in the distance, coming from the bad guys or something.
You gotta have the link.
Yeah.
Roll.
So pretty much like a little sound effects for it. Okay.
Link.
All right, so.
Okay. So voiceovers, we're gonna have the actual. We're gonna try to reach out to the theater department to see if we can have Eugene Brotney and the rest of the main characters have that voice.
We can do voiceovers. Can we volunteer and voice?
I want to use actors.
Oh,
Originally, I was gonna have everyone audition.
so you want actors, just to get everybody.
Let's have everyone on there.
Yeah, if you guys want to audition for it, that's fine.
Yeah.
To voice like casting.
So if you really want to audition, let me know after the meeting.
Make sure you have our information for us.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is sound effects. So originally, how I was thinking, this is just my opinion, since we're all we're all starting from scratch. I was thinking it would be nice to have actual sound effects from scratch. Like, just an example would be like a trombone player. If you die or fail or something, it would be like wah, 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 wah. Something like that. Or maybe like if someone hops or jumps, it would have the timpani have like boom, boom.
If we have,
Yeah.
if time permits, we would love to do that, but make sure you have a backup just in case that.
Okay. Yeah.
There's backup sounds on top of what you're trying.
Are you gonna record a live instrument for that?
Yes. Yeah. It's very
You
simple.
have all these people already.
Yeah.
That should be fair.
I have the full.
You just have to identify the sound list, right? And
Mhm.
have at it, right?
So we need a sound list.
We're gonna need a sound list, and then we also need, okay, so do any of these characters talk during this game?
Yes.
Brotney, Eugene, do they?
We're talking about actual voice versus dialogue, right?
Yeah, but like they'll have like little taunts and little sounds. Like you were saying, how they have every character has like a sound that they have.
Okay, so not distinguishable words, just
Yeah.
sounds.
Okay, so no,
Yeah.
but not a voice.
Indicator.
I'm never gonna hear their voice.
During gameplay, right?
Can you look up Zelda? Like a scene from like
So is the only voice we're gonna be recording is the narrator?
no, it's like the main characters.
They have
individual
they make
voice,
noises
but
but
no
not
dialogue.
words. Like grunts.
So
and-
they'll
Like runs.
other than
Like
for the
runs.
animatic.
Or like a
Also,
sigh.
So when
Keep
you
in
talk
mind
to
like
one
that.
dialogue, you'll always be like,
Oh,
ha
okay.
Video game versus short
What was
at
it?
the beginning too. Like if the short, do we want there to be vocal
Game.
dialogue?
Look up
Well, there's narration.
The short scene at the beginning?
You want to have
Yeah.
all the
Or sorry,
Legend of Zelda.
I didn't play.
Not
So
with
they
those
should be
masks.
talking that and then we
Ocarina
get.
of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
There's no-
What are they talking?
I like the Grows Mask better.
They have text, but then they have the little personality.
Do you mean Zora?
Gameplay.
Can we do it short?
Oh, final boss would be a good one. Final boss should do it.
Where am I looking at?
Up one,
Very top.
this one down, one more, that one. So final boss, there's going to be a lot of handoff sounds in that.
Yes, I like that sound.
Like that.
Exactly like that.
Do it. See, can we have like an Easter egg? Like if you roll enough, you actually just play something.
So with that, it would be cool if you guys would audition for it.
Sure.
Okay.
You guys do it.
Give us the info for it and we will definitely.
But
Okay.
let's look for let's see where he talks so at least that we can all be on the same
If
page.
you keep going a little bit
They do it
here,
in the Wind
you'll
Waker.
come up to the final boss and there's a lot of.
Oh, yeah, they did Wind Waker too.
They do.
Like towards the end.
Too much.
Still too much.
Oh, this is talking.
Right there, right there.
Yes,
Go to the where he talks to
stop right
Zelda.
there.
Then
Right
we
there's
go to
good.
the.
So this is like the ending to the game.
Like, no, but it's
one came from the kind of character themes too. Carmichael.
That's correct.
The music's so simple.
So there's no animation you have to worry about.
Is this a remix?
Yeah. I know.
So it's just pretty much almost identical as this. Would have the dialogue would be actual on the screen itself. Okay.
And every once in a while they do little expressive noises.
Yeah, like if you go a little earlier in this video, he does it when he meets the final boss.
Sorry, I never played Legend of Zelda.
Say goodbye.
Is that the low poly we're going for?
I think
This is not low poly.
It's not low poly?
That's low poly.
That's
Oh no,
low
wait.
poly.
No, the old one's low poly.
The old one is like stupid low poly.
So it's not even called low poly, it's just poly.
Yeah.
It's not even, it doesn't even deserve low poly. Poly.
Like this kind
I can do that.
Silent right
See, it's funny without the sound.
That sounds so goofy.
This is like one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
God, the rumbling noise.
It's super sad. You should be ashamed of yourself.
But I guess yeah, something like that.
Then we got a lot of sounds to make.
Low bashing, some stuff like that. Yeah.
What do markers there?
So
So it's like, why can't we, you know, I know you want to do everything from scratch,
Mhm.
but why can't we do digital sounds like that?
we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So you
those,
use
like,
first scratch like stop.
On some of
Yeah.
it, on some of it your way. Yeah.
Just in case, always have that.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, sound effects would be digital, or you know, in terms of like the little grunts and all of that noises. You guys should try out for it. It would be cool.
Yeah, for that stuff. Yeah.
Let's see. So if you guys didn't know that, there's a sound folder in the drive, and pretty much your Game of Phones easel. And sound right there. There's a couple of sketches or recordings, and so far I've written down the cinematic intro, just the first part before the, if you've seen the script itself, it's before the Eugene and the messenger goes to the wall and see what's going on in the camp outside the walls.
Is that
And
what we heard last time?
yeah, but this one is the modified version since Sunday, and it sounds like this.
you might have to do it.
It's freaking awesome.
Entrance. Introducing King and Queens. Here comes the messenger. Bad news. What's going on?
Something's happening in the background.
Yeah. But this has a loop like about 5 times, so it should be like around 5 minutes long, 4 minutes and 49. And that's the end of it, and it goes to the switches off to the walls and what's going on there. And I'll be adding more stuff in it.
Have you talked to storyboard?
About
what you have?
No, I haven't talked to Quinn about it. I showed him on Sunday. He said he liked it, but it needs to line up a few seconds for it.
You need to start thinking who's the team that's going to put together that whole intro thing.
Well, Quinn was supposed to take lead.
He has family problems, but he is on top of it. He just needs to get everybody on board. There are a few storyboard artists right now just coming in.
Okay, is he storyboarding?
He's storyboarding.
Okay, storyboarding.
Him and Chris.
But I'm talking about who's gonna execute it. So we're gonna have to get, that's gonna be tricky, because you guys gotta all be contributing, it's gotta all look like it's from one person. Right, so you're gonna have to really upfront, you're gonna have to really establish what, all the style guidelines for that. Okay? So it's 4 people? 4?
Quinn, I think one of the
6. Chris is.
We're still looking at getting more competent people too. Frank hasn't been available, I think, right? No one's talking to Frank.
Yeah, he's getting back hopefully this weekend. I mean, next week.
So Frank says he had a lot of students.
Someone that
But
goes
there's nothing yet.
And then we got an assembly line that too. Right, so it's gonna be like these guys are really one.
That's the whole problem.
So getting the assembly line.
I mean, wish I could do it. You can try. I don't know. Just
Jared.
Sure. Yeah. I'll do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you guys are just doodling on napkins, like, start thinking about how you're stylizing that.
We're talking about Frazetta.
The intro. Yeah. But how you get, I mean, you're gonna go full-blown Frazetta? Like, full-blown Frazetta?
Let's present it.
Yeah,
Someone look up.
Look up
Frank
Frazetta.
I don't know.
Oh, he's a really famous comic book artist, but he also does like these ridiculous fantasy.
It's going along. That's why everyone isn't here.
I'm like, wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this kind of thing.
So we're gonna have the intro like that?
I don't know. That's
The
what
first
he
half?
said.
Damn.
Like, yeah, he's this guy. He does this kind of thing.
Damn.
And needed a lot of women. I suppose.
That's what we're going for.
Really?
So the first half of the intro, right?
Like that painterly?
Yeah, sweet.
I'm not saying-
I'm not saying I can get to Frazetta, I'm saying I'm gonna shoot for it.
So it would be around the
Okay,
first
when
part
you look
intro.
When you look at Frazetta though, it's like these things are actually, they're actually pretty simplified in a weird way.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's adding a lot of stuff over the top of it, but if you really break them down, it's actually fairly simple.
I want to talk to you about it. If you can sit down and just help.
Like he throws a lot of stuff into silhouette, throws a ton of stuff into silhouette or into shadow.
Comic book style.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, he does, I mean,
Yeah, he was a comic book artist.
He worked in he worked in everything. He worked in oil, and then, but he also was a killer inker. So like, where do you want to be? Do you want to be doing something like with the inking, or do you want to be somewhere that's full on painted like that, like this oil style?
But we're gonna do kind of a mix between. It's gonna have the heavy ink look like that because we want that contrast with like a lot of black, kind of black,
Yeah, yeah.
But I wanted it to look like the side of a van in the 80s,
70s.
Or 70s, yeah. Well, that 80s.
Huh?
The 80s, like the
Died,
Wizards of the
he had
80s.
died in the 80s. That was 70s.
I guess the 70s.
How do you even know that reference?
I had a van like that.
With like a, because that was a big thing in the 70s.
It wasn't like it didn't run, it was in our yard. And
Did it have an old airbrush thing on it? Wow, that's weird. That was a big deal when I was.
We used to play. It was just, dude, I told you, like that. This whole thing really exists, like where people just have fucking junk everywhere in their life. I grew up here. Like I had a neighbor who had a farm where he had donkeys, and he
That's
would
an unfair
He had donkeys.
Right.
And there was like chickens every morning and shit. Like I go down Big Bear. How do you make
I think it's a under the gold rush or something.
Are we done with the sounds?
There's one more thing. In terms of the intro, how it would transition, how are you planning to transition it from? Like,
just boom, all of a sudden it's back into 3D, like the realistic thing. Because
So-
it's going to be interrupted by the phone.
the phone, okay.
Yeah. So it's got to be abrupt.
With the heavy metal music?
We need to add some to that project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the music is gonna change along with it.
What kind of phone, what age are we talking about here? Are we
Yeah.
talking like the really old phones?
Nokias?
Well, no, it's Sean was having it in like a smartphone, so pretty
Is it
modern.
smartphone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you make up your own phone chime?
Hmm?
Can you make up your own phone chime? Like ringtone.
We were talking about the
Heavy
song
metal.
who's gonna produce for it being
Oh,
ringtone.
that's-
And that's what
Yeah.
it is.
That's cool.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna have screaming in there, but
I don't need screaming.
I know it's.
No, no screaming.
it's
Hey, I
probably
know
just
someone will
the
record
music
that.
itself.
Dude, think Dragon Forest, Dream Evil, like super sweepy.
I'll probably play guitar.
Don't worry about vocals or anything.
But so far, yeah, that's the sound stuff going on. So
Could you start?
That's all you got?
yeah.
Could you start a list of all the sound effects that we're going to?
Oh, yeah, we
And
could
then
do
as
that.
a group, we'll go through and figure out what other ones that you can add on.
Yeah, we do that.
Awesome.
All right.
And then we'll schedule a week of the auditions after we talk to the
All right.
people.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so.
You guys are lucky you have this guy, by the way. I mean,
Yeah!
that's really cool.
Way cool. Thank you. So we were talking about the idea of, we need to start meeting with our UCI friends again. Because of school, it's become really difficult for them to get here on Fridays. The only other issue is that we have a lot of people who can't make Sundays as a regular thing. So what I was thinking was maybe we could still keep Friday as our regular thing, and then maybe once a month we have a Sunday meeting.
Sunday meeting? Yeah, that would work.
Would that be frequently enough, or would your guys maybe be able to start coming, more of you start coming to the Fridays physically?
I think Sunday would probably.
The hardest part is coming here from there, so
Yeah.
it's one of those things.
The only issue is that Sundays.
It's just that that's
So we can't be
what you need to do.
We can do my place, but I don't see the same people staying in my place.
Well, work something out.
So-
Or something
So
like,
maybe
look at that whole
schedule
left side of that
next
creature, it's all in
Sunday. We're
black.
talking about doing essays next Sunday.
Alright.
See if we can maybe
Oh,
do
yeah.
that at UCI. If not, there is urban
The thing
workshops
is,
right on
we
the other
can't
side
have
of John
composition
Airport.
like that.
As long as they're not
Because
using it for
we're
music,
moving.
they do have really
And
long.
we're gonna have the background separate.
So,
Wait, are you gonna have like a static background on this or that?
Do you remember that?
Well, you could still have it.
Yeah. It's not animated, it's animatic.
We bring everything.
So like, it's gonna have like a frame and the frame's talking and then
Now it
it's
gets
again
more
and then it's done.
Yeah, okay, so.
Absolutely. No freezing.
so it's the 14th right now. Do we want to
Yeah,
make
we
it the
can
last
talk
day of
about
the
it.
month, last week of the month, so that would be the 28th? Or sorry, Sunday, the last Sunday of every month. Everybody in that last week.
They can't.
I think that's a straight shoot.
I don't know.
Third Sunday.
Third Sunday is
But then that would be next week.
Yeah.
Well, starting with the next.
Yeah. So it'd be
That's probably
the
good.
30th and then next.
But,
the 19th.
Yeah, but we have people.
My thought is the third, but if you go every Sunday.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Well, keep in mind, a lot of our deadlines are always at numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's why I was thinking the last.
You can't present a color.
That would give all the deadlines.
He knows
stuff.
that.
We sorted things out.
He doesn't do value and then throws color in.
And then we're ready to send that to them.
So you mean like
It's one of those things where on Friday we get all the stuff out.
doing the reevaluation?
Right.
Yeah.
Then we present ourselves on
So
Sunday.
that's what we
Same
were
Sunday.
talking about doing that way.
So there's
So
an
we're talking about presenting, not doing.
There will always be the Friday.
We were
meetings
talking,
and then
we
there
were
will
talking
be-
just in terms of.
Yeah, it's
Like,
because
some people
of
who
the
do
fact
value, but they can't do value.
Well, that will help.
Well, plus
our
you're just
guys.
working everything out that.
It's still better composition.
Let's get things.
But yeah, we were just only talking about like,
Business-wise.
his style, not his style, but his feel.
Story.
Yeah, and then going on.
Once it's not there.
It's gotta be super dramatic and super ridiculous and over the top. And it's gotta be Frazetta-ish.
So UCI gets.
I want it to just be like ridiculous as shit.
So dumb. I'm down for it.
We're down for.
Like, you need to do that, like that.
Yeah.
So only does that kind of stuff. And then the hand.
Project.
I'm okay with that.
His gestures are so,
Okay, so.
like, he's the outside of the thigh and the outside of the calf, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I guess the time, we can
It's
use
such an
that
S shape.
availability sheet we did before.
Yeah.
I get to study for the.
Okay, we've got the timing figured out. So the meetings are still gonna be here every Friday at 6:30. There's going to be an additional meeting on the last Sunday of every month over at UCI. So we'll always be meeting with them at least once a month, but we'll also have all of the Fridays still remaining. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. We'll add it to the calendar as soon as we have a time and a location, but it will be over at UCI.
The last one is on the 30th, and I know like the 2D classes are
Hey,
the 31st.
Yeah.
Everything the due date for that, or just
No, the due date is that Friday.
not Friday.
Yeah.
It's no longer the 31st, it's the 28th, right?
That way we can meet here, we can talk about the final stuff.
Exactly, he's gonna be based on the rate.
Yeah, so it's like.
Yeah.
Does that work for you? Is that doable?
Yeah.
Do you guys think you can get all of your 2D stuff done by the 28th? That's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, all the 2D stuff?
All 2Ds.
Next week, we'll just tighten up the colors, tighten up the,
Yeah. Next week, we should be seeing turnarounds and color.
Okay.
Okay? I'll try and do, I don't know, like a shopping cart or something, throw it in there just for stylistic direction, props. This one, that's fine, the ones you did.
Okay.
So everything's just start getting turned, and be talking to whoever it is that's gonna model and find out what they need too.
And by right back in a bit. I think I might have left the lights on in my car.
Don't.
I'll be back.
She left the lights on in the car.
The model will still keep on pushing the meshes, but if the guys can figure out exactly what style, it's a matter of how you want to push an edge, how you want to push.
We should be able to start maybe handing off a couple things next week, probably. If we have a couple that hit it.
We've already handed some stuff off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mark added something over there already? For them?
Was that?
Has Mark added, because we did
Yeah, he
speak
sent-
about giving them an asset with textures.
I think he sent Derek something.
Oh,
He
that's
was
cool.
scheduled to send it on Wednesday.
Yeah, I didn't talk to you guys about it again.
I put it in the document for you guys to talk about at the meeting. I'm not sure if that.
He said he was going to do it, but that was the last time. I'll catch up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just to clarify everything we just talked about, all 2D stuff will be due, the completed stuff will be due on the 28th, which will be here Friday, 6:30 as usual. That Sunday, which is October 30th, we'll be meeting over at UCI to represent, or to show all of our work so far.
We encourage people to do the Sunday, carpool if you want to. What time? You haven't figured out what time yet.
It's probably gonna be around 6 o'clock in the evening. There will be a confirmed time, but it will more than likely be in the evening. Yeah. All right, cool. For the 3D people, if you haven't filled out the digital sign up yet, please do it. I need to know who's on board. X. Nope. You're like, oh shoot. It's separate from the original one. So this is specifically so that we know who is on the 3D team.
All right, guys, concentrate 2 props.
That's right, I put it in the messenger.
You guys finished 2 props before the 28th? Do some more.
And I got a big scan of it?
Yeah.
Somewhere?
The props turn around easy.
I said-
Quarter view, front and back. You don't need the character modeling. The character modeling is turn on for yes, sir.
Oh, well, I can't show it to you, but
Like it's super.
does this look familiar? So the people that I have on this are Jessica, Tony, Isha, Mark, myself, and Bahir. So
A few other people. Oh, there's a list. There's a list of people. They will be informed.
Well, that's just like, I just talked to somebody who interviewed with Mark Jericho last week.
What's up with that?
You start getting that used to the thing, and then your brain starts going like it will, because then your brain just.
No tension.
But you just know.
Yeah. Well, I see those that I prefer, but then that's
Like this guy is a little hard. There's a lot of things you can do to start. He just really pushes it really far.
Yeah.
He does it all the time. He does it with everything. He's just like a weird. The thing is weird about that man, though, like, and then he does it.
it takes a true genius to crash Facebook.
What?
I crashed Facebook.
He started curating his own life.
The only thing I'm worried about is that
It's like, I never.
When you talk about, well, we think about people that's like studying.
Well, no, yeah, use references, use instructions. Like some of those things you use references. And sometimes you probably didn't track down, it's just, but it's like, a lot of that goes specific stuff. I don't know. And I've seen his reference codes, like they're in your book. Your reference codes. Like they would go, hey, Indiana Jones. He doesn't teach. You know, it's really weird. Maybe he did.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. Indiana Jones, I did this, but like, it's Chinese level that says, doing that, you go, you got reference to that. But no, he goes, then I ain't doing it. He goes, you just don't do it like that.
So I think we're done.
Just to confirm, the meeting is done, so now we're just meeting.
Yes.
People think that you can take it down and have trouble. I want to be like a way to talk about
Yeah, they need to see
I think that's just one of the best things.
Yeah, I mean, just.
Get it? Right? Yeah, no, I forgot I turned it off, but I did.
Hey, you could, some of the props that you do my class. So I don't care if there's overlap.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like even to me, the props. So that's fine. So we'll work it out somehow.
Bye, take care.
Also, like, some of the stuff we're talking about, like, and then do a.
Thank you, brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do what we talked about. I'm going back to the original.
Sorry.
Other brown.
Yeah.
But just like, you know. I heard something. I see people like it's just like, I always told them, I'm like, and then when I put this guy.
So, brother, take it off or what? No, all right. So this is X, X is our rigor, so.
Which I think
We'll
is
stop it now.
and then because I saw this.
Okay, yeah, the character's gonna be moving and how this is going.
It's just like all these kids. Just that. And then he just already completely this red. And